Politics. In this lesson, we find out if Obama is Dominican.
I'm Obama, and we're Castle Clunkers.
Will there ever be a Latino president?
There will be a Latino president in my lifetime. It's gonna be Cheech Marin.
And how do we get more Latinos to vote?
You know what? You gotta have the voting booths at a club, bro.
Let's find out. It's time for class. It's time for Latino 101. On vacation with his girlfriend. His wife's gonna be pissed. Politics. The process by which our elected officials decide who do we steal from this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next first lady of the United States of America.
In 2008, a historic event took place. I finally found out what channel CTV is on. Oh, and Barack Obama got elected as well. Is Obama Latino?
I do think Obama has Latino tendencies.
He's probably the closest thing to a brown guy we'll ever have in office.
Que trabajando duro, tu familia puede triunfar.
Viva Obama! Viva Obama! Viva!
He is half black, you know, and half white. So to me, he is Puerto Rican. He's like me.
I think Obama can pass for a Dominican. I think Obama can pass for a Puerto Rican, too.
Oye, tigre, tú dominicano, loco.
I tend to just go towards more the Puerto Rican, because he grew up in Hawaii, too. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans in Hawaii.
In fact, Obama looks like an uncle of mine that, from Brooklyn, actually. Pancho.
Viva Obama! Viva Obama! Viva!
I think Obama is Latino because his full name, and I saw this on his birth certificate, is Bernardo Hernandez de Guadalupe de Obama. I saw it.
Oye. Oye, tigre.
And now, a message from the president.
I'm Obama, and yo soy dominicano, y como mucho plátano. Hacemos un programa, plátanos, caso plátanos.
Un candidato luchando por nuestra nación.
So are Latinos voting? Probably in Spanish. Somebody get a translator.
With the Bush administration, it didn't really help, because I voted and Bush just cheated. Bush was like, I won. I can't believe it. You know what I mean? And so it kind of like discouraged a lot of people.
It's hard for us to vote when we come from countries where the voting was done for us.
We came out in mass numbers because Bush was horrible. So, ironically, we need more white men to help Latinos vote.
He's probably watching the Food Network. Hey, Laura, you know how to make crabs tartare? You know, I want to make some of that crabs tartare.
How we get more Latinos to vote?
By each of us that have the awareness of how important it is to be involved, to do our part to ensure that more of us are involved.
You know what? You gotta have the voting booths at a club, bro. That's the way you get Latinos out there to vote.
If they're gonna give a free giveaway at the booth, election booth.
Put some plátanos on the way to the tostones, on the way to the voting booth.
I don't think it's a Latino issue. I think it's just a general American issue.
And if you want to get the conservative, you gotta have the voting booths at a confessional, so you can knock out two things at once.
We would all vote more if we could just text in our vote to Ryan Seacrest.
Will there ever be a Latino president?
Hell no! Ain't gonna be no Latin president. The black man got it now. Just like the white man. The white man had it for hundreds of years, right? So now it's our turn, man. First it's gonna be Barack. Then it's gonna be Al Sharpton. Then Flavor Flav. Yeah, then Jesse Jackson's old punk sellout ass.
I think one day we will have a Latino president. And that's gonna be a good day.
We're gonna have all kind of black people in that. Then we're gonna just have a crackhead that's black and president. You'll be like, how y'all doing? I'm your president. It's gonna stay black for a while. Then we're gonna let you move in. Quit getting so fast, Latinos. We got El Presidente right now.
I think there will be a Latino president in my lifetime, and I think it's gonna be Cheech Marin. Because he's getting older and he's wiser.
Then we're gonna have Chris Rock. Then we're gonna have Eddie Murphy.
Actually, I think Jennifer Lopez would be the first female president and the first Latino president. I mean, just looking at that ass, I want to vote for her.
Then we're gonna have Cosby as president. You see, people, I am the president, and I'm coming. We'll just have him make a long 3-hour speech. He can't get it out. You see, American economy's going down, down, down.
To me, we will have a Latino president very, very soon. And that man is Felipe Esparza. 100%. I would vote for that man. I know a lot of people that would. Felipe Esparza for president 2000-something.
No.
I think there will be a Latino president one day. I think so. I think it'd be cool. You got to get a Latino that's really, really, like, educated and perfect, though. Because we have Barack. He's our perfect black man. He doesn't get angry. You know, he's half African. So that's good, because if he was, like, whole African, he'd ruin everything. What are you saying? I am the president here. He talks like this all the time. Plan, this is my plan. And everything's fine. Perfect. That's why you got to get the perfect Latino who doesn't really eat rice and beans anymore. You know, he's, like, beyond that. He's a little sellout. He doesn't really speak Spanish too much.
The way that they cater to the Latino vote is amazing. They'll go out and they'll like drop like their 5 words of Spanish, like "Donde está la biblioteca?" Vote for me. The whole thing is like, it's ironic is because they want you to vote for them, but then once they get in, they want you out of the country.
When Obama was elected, not only obviously were the African Americans happy, but Latinos got happy. They were like, hey, we could be next. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. They're not giving that job just to anybody. You just can't drop your leaf blower and go, hey, screw you, man, I quit.
It would be cool to see a Latino president. It's just not going to happen in this lifetime. Maybe in the next 50 years. I think what would happen is, I think if we had one, I think it would be the first time where white people did pick strawberries. But you know they wouldn't like doing it anyway. The strawberry, because they're so lazy, the strawberries would be $300 a pound. And they'd have to have, like, umbrellas. Oh, I can't pick this. Oh, my God, I can't do this today. Can I do this tomorrow? I need time off. I need a time out.
What would you do as president?
I would change a 2-drink minimum.
Well, first of all, the White House, there's going to be lots of parties at the White House. There'll probably be a first lady, second lady, third lady, fourth lady, fifth lady.
I would change, like, if you're older than, like, 87, you should not be driving, ever. I mean, at that point, I think we should just, you know, put them around and, like, rally them up and put them, like, in homes. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine the president of the United States, a Latino, being the most powerful man in the world. Come on, Latinos use... I remember when they made me crew chief at McDonald's, I was using that to get laid. You know, I'm like, hey, how bad do you want the morning shift?
Hey, don't cut class. Latino 101 will be right back. Latino 101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. Latino conservatives are commonly referred to as sellouts. Yeah, I said it.
Is there such a thing as a Latino Republican?
Cubans were voting for Bush? Were they really? Why, because he owned a baseball team and they thought maybe they could get drafted?
Bush was embarrassing, not just to us as a country. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to the entire animal kingdom.
I didn't think that Latinos supported Bush at all. I mean, if anything, because he doesn't drink, so they have nothing in common.
I think he was the best argument against Darwinism. The fact that someone so clearly not the best had made it to the top of the country. He was in charge of the entire world.
I want to make some of that crab's tartare.
We need immigration. If not, who's gonna work at CTV? Just kidding.
I don't think immigration's a problem. The only time, people are pissed, like, it's crap, they're taking our jobs, they don't know the language. I'm like, if some dude's taking your job, doesn't know English, your job sucks. I mean, somewhere along the line, you messed up. No one's going to Home Depot to pick up a doctor.
We need to look at the laws, and we need to look at the circumstances surrounding the definition of illegal immigration.
There does need to be some kind of sense of order at the border. America benefits tremendously from the immigrant population, and I hate that they pretend they don't.
Can the U.S. survive without Latinos? I seriously doubt it. Because then who would they blame for their laziness?
Oh, Cletus, I can't get a job, man. All these damn beaners are taking all the good jobs.
Well, maybe if you stop offering jobs, we wouldn't have a reason to be here. Latinos come here to work, but then you're penalized because you're here to work. But at the same time, there's a way to do it in a way that's fair. Like, I couldn't just go to Germany and just start working. Country does have its laws. An American can't go to Mexico and just start working legally. So how is that okay?
I think the way that things are handled when it comes to immigration is in a very hypocritical way, and I think we can't really speak honestly or intelligently about that until we really look at how we deal with things and who we allow in and who we don't.
The Jesus that you wouldn't let in the country, you'd be asking for his birth certificate. He'd be a dark Palestinian Jew speaking in Aramaic. Get that foreigner out of here.
But I'll tell you where I think immigration is a problem. The bleachers in Dodger Stadium. I'm trying to watch a game, there's a piñata going on, some girl's giving birth. It's like, there's like an underground railroad from Tijuana to section B11.
Can you guess what the hell Carlos Ali's Raq-C is talking about?
I love people describing Obama as a Nazi when the definition of fascism, which the Nazis were, was the corporate takeover of the media, which has been done by their side to manipulate the facts to use them as pawns.
If you guessed the deliciously refreshing taste of Tecate beer, you are correct. Bring it this way. Hey, don't cut class. Latino 101 will be right back. Latino 101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. Latino politicians, I wonder if they make better lovers.
Bill Richardson, the only reason that cat threw that little goatee was to try to get the Latino vote. I mean, let's face it, he's not the most handsome man in the world. The goatee should have covered the whole thing.
I don't think that Bill Richardson's problem is his facial hair. I think it's the name, Bill Richardson. Because when you talk about Latino politicians, his name doesn't come up. You sort of pass him over.
Bill Richardson came close. I did some campaign events for him. And yeah, if there's a man named Barack Hussein Obama can be a president, he's got all the right vowels. They just need to be shifted a little bit,
I totally relate because I have the same problem. Bill, Santiago, everyone calls me on the bill. There are certain places where I know never to say Bill. If I'm dancing at a salsa club and everyone's in that sort of like Spanish frame of mind, you say, oye, ¿cómo te llamas? Bill, Bill, Bill. It stops the music dead.
The following statement does not represent the views of CTV, its subsidiaries, its affiliates, its chain of 99-cent stores, anyone with any common sense, or people with diabetes.
He tried to look a little hip. I noticed he slimmed down just a hair, too. Tried to look a little slick, but, he couldn't get around the whole...
Alleged.
...taking money on the side. He had to come as white as he could to appease, white America. And then after he lost, he's like, oh, screw it, man, I'm Mexican. Who am I kidding? And even Obama, when you see him, when Obama got president, he's kind of like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm in front of the NAACP, so I'm gonna black it up a little bit. And then, don't worry, white people, everything will be fine.
I try to get them to say Bill, it doesn't work, So I just finally break down. Guillermo, pues Guillermo, ¿por qué no lo dijiste, Guillermo? I can dance with a Guillermo. I don't dance con ningún Bill.
You got Sotomayor now. You see how great this is? Sotomayor, man, from the Bronx, yo. In the Supreme Court, we have a Latino. No guilty, baby. No, I don't believe nothing. You good, baby.
Sotomayor, man, I love her because, you know, they were like asking her all these questions like, oh, so you're gonna be biased because you're Latina to other, your race? Of course she's gonna be biased, right? We need all the help we can get.
She let all the Latinos go. He's like, you killed him for what? I can't blame you. No guilty. If the white man were here, he would have put you in jail. Not me. No Latinos in the cárcel. No guilty, baby.
How can you justify being a Republican and courting the Latino vote and not voting for the first Latino Supreme Court justice? That's like me sleeping with my wife's sister and then asking permission to do it again, which is kind of hot.
They said that her involvement with the La Raza was the same as being involved with the KKK. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. But then I remembered the only time La Raza gets like the KKK is when the Lakers win. And La Raza does not discriminate. They don't care what kind of car you drive. They will light it on fire.
There are other issues that affect Latinos like global warming.
Global warming is a real threat. Can you imagine if the whole country had the climate of Florida? We would be swarming with old Cubans.
Foreign policy.
하나의 모든 걸 이렇게 창조한 것은 사실이고 하나님을 창조한 것은 나사란 것이었습니다. 근데 사단의 김정일은 사단의 마음에 잡혀 있고 악한 마음에 잡혀 있기 때문에 나쁘다고 생각합니다.
The census.
One of the most important events for Latinos in the next, 10 years, and the fear of what this will potentially demonstrate in terms of the true number and power of our people.
Because the Latino community is starting to build. Why are we the minority when we are the majority?
Yes, we've made it. Latinos, we are now the biggest minority. Of all the people that are least of, we are the biggest of that group. I don't know why I'm supposed to be happy about that, but I'll take it.
Education.
My parents really came here so that I could have an education and a future. So no pressure.
We're making leaps and bounds when you think that my mother came to this country and was a field worker. And in one generation, here I am, college educated through her sacrifice and hard work.
Healthcare.
Now with this whole healthcare thing, how can you not want healthcare for everybody?
Of course healthcare should be free.
Healthcare should be free because we're all human beings. And I didn't say beans. I said beings.
It should be free, but only for Latins, Asians, Blacks, white people, Native Americans, and every other person on Earth. But for the rest of people, no. Not for animals.
I think we should use the Latino universal health care. Free Pepto-Bismol for everyone.
It's basically the health industry that is using old people to keep them in a state where they continue to pay higher prices. And we offer them the truth. I say liberals. I believe Jesus was a liberal. Liberal Jesus. I have the T-shirts if you want to buy them. We're trying to tell you the facts. The best was Barney Frank. I don't know if you guys know who Barney Frank is. He's a gay Jewish senator from, I think from Massachusetts. And this lady was going, why do you support the Nazi? But lady, first of all, having a conversation with you, it's like trying to talk to a dining room table. I want to ask a question of you. What planet do you inhabit when you're not here asking stupid questions?
Obama's got to say, this is stupid. Healthcare is good for everybody. This won't change. And the next time you go into an emergency room, you won't have to bleed to death, which some people have done.
Then Oprah Winfrey's gonna be president, and she's gonna give free Medicaid out every day. Free Medicaid!
And now it's time for Learning Espanol with Godfrey, the world's premier African-American Spanish language instructor. So many problems. Gracias, Godfrey. Say, you know you can't afford no health care. So this ugly lady named Felipe Esparza will be given free mammograms after this lesson. Now it's time for a pop quiz. The pop quiz question is, which of these is a state? A, Puerto Rico, B, New Mexico, or C, Guam? We'll have the answer for you when Latino 101 returns. Hey, don't cut class. Latino 101 will be right back. Latino 101 is about to begin. Get your ass back to class. The pop quiz question was, which of these is a state? A, Puerto Rico, B, New Mexico, or C, Guam? The answer is B, New Mexico. New Mexicans, just old Mexicans with citizenship. I told you didn't need a passport to go to Albuquerque. Puerto Ricans, the legal Latinos, legal Latinos.
The difference between Puerto Ricans and other Latinos are that we are basically the Uncle Tom of the Latino community because we are born citizens of this country. So we don't really have to go through the whole green card and illegal stuff. And, you know, it's just the way it is. We didn't ask for it or didn't ask for it. It's just the way it is.
I have a way of presenting myself as a Puerto Rican because, like it or not, we are the only Latinos that do not hyphenate. Everyone is Mexican American, Salvadoran American, Nicaraguan American, Venezuelan American. We are Puerto Ricans. We're a pain. So, we refuse to hyphenate.
And we're the only legal ones, which, is great, except when you get pulled over by the cops. It's kind of like we're all the same thing.
I remember being a cop, driving in my patrol car, look at my rearview mirror and go, oh, look, there's a cop.
There's no John Lennon anymore. There really isn't. There's not a liberal that's like, and I'm gonna swear you can bleep this, but you're wrong, you wanker. You're saying this to the old people, you're manipulating them, and they don't even know what's going on because you got them so enraged. They're carrying bloody guns to a presidential rally. Look what you're doing. You're an idiot. And we're missing that voice. We're missing that artistic rebel voice that just says, no, I'm not gonna, I'm a liberal, but it doesn't, people are ashamed of that word, which is why I made a t-shirt that said liberal Jesus.